Webull, the broker that's very popular, just screwed me. I've been using Webull for the past couple of years now. Never had any issues with him whatsoever. The orders were fast, they got filled fast, and the desktop platform was pretty good. I even promoted Webull here on my channel as an affiliate. Never had any issues whatsoever, never heard of anybody having issues with Webull up until now. They just screwed me out of like $16,000. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about what happened with me and Webull, why I'm moving all of my money to Moomoo, and why I think Moomoo is a better broker, and how you can avoid getting in trouble like I did and losing a bunch of money. Webull just straight up shafted me right up the you-know-what, and it didn't feel good. Let me tell you, they did it with no lube, and it didn't feel good. All right, so I've been using Webull with no issues. You guys know that I like to trade options here and there, and the trade that got me into some trouble with Webull here was indeed an options trade. So if we go and look at the S&P 500 chart, this is the ticker that I placed the trade on. I sold an iron condor. And what that is basically, what you're looking for when you sell an iron condor is for the market to just chop around. So I sold call options right here and then bought call options up above. And I sold put options down here, bought put options down below. And this is a trade where you're looking for the market to chop around or to just stay put, and you take in a credit. So I took in a credit of like $15,000, and if the market stayed right here in between these two areas, I would have made the entire credit. And I was right. The market chopped around. My thesis on this trade was that everybody was calling for a crash, or everybody else who wasn't calling for a crash was yelling buy the dip. It's just going to go straight back up to those all-time highs. And I thought different. I thought the option volatility was high, meaning we can take in a lot of premium if we sell options. And I thought the market was just going to relax for a little bit and chop around. And I was right, and that's exactly what happened. But where I got into some trouble is 3 days prior to expiration, the options were exercised. Call options were exercised. So I was basically short at that point. Get this. Only the call options that I sold were exercised. You buy the call options up above to protect yourself. You buy the put options down below where you sold them to protect yourself. The call options that I sold were exercised. And at that point, I was short. I was short like $1.5 million of the S&P 500, even though I only sold like a few hundred options. I was short like $1.5 million of the SPYs. Luckily, all right, the market went in my favor, and I ended up making a little bit of money before I exited that position and liquidated it. But here's where I get so pissed at Webull. I understand, I've been around the block. This isn't my first rodeo. I understand the risks of trading options. You can get exercised on at any point, right? If you sell an option or you can get exercised on any point, and that's what happened. But here's where Webull screwed me over. They let me go into the close with a $1.5 million position open, a short position of $1.5 million without calling me and without emailing me. And I have turned my notifications off on the app because they send all these bogus marketing messages through the app. So I was just sick of it. So I turned my messages off in the app. So I had no idea that I was going into the close with a $1.5 million short position because I was exercised on. Granted, I only had like $40K max in this account. So a $40,000 account is now short $1.5 million of the SPY heading into the close. So I wake up the next morning and I look at my Webull account and I see that there's now like $80,000 in this account because the market went in my favor, right? So what the hell is going on? And so I see that I see there's a $1.5 million short position. So immediately I liquidate that position and I start trying to figure out what went on. I realized that I was exercised, the market went in my favor, luckily, and everything seemed okay. But then a couple days go by and I wake up and that money that I had made was all gone. So I reach out to Webull, I ask what happened, and they say that because I was short the SPYs heading into the close, it was dividend payment day. It was dividend payment day, the day that I had this short position on, so I had to pay a shitload in dividends. I think it was $17,000 or $18,000 that I ended up having to pay in dividends. For me, to be honest, this isn't a huge deal, right? I have money. But the people that I promote Webull to are younger in age, usually under the age of 30, and they don't have $16,000, $17,000 to lose because a broker let them carry a $1.5 million short position into the close. Imagine if you had a $5,000 account with Webull and you carry this position into the close and the market doesn't go your favor like it did for me, and the market goes against you, and you're now down 50, 60, you could easily be down $70,000, $80,000 with a position of that size, a $1.5 million position. So instead of protecting their account holders, their user base, they are just slacking on the risk management side of things. And the funniest part about this whole story is that you can go into the app and it can show your risk level based on your margin. And my risk level wasn't even at high risk, even though my $40,000 account had a $1.5 million short position on. That's how stupid the Webull platform is. They should have never allowed me to carry that position into the close, and if they had liquidated it, I would not have had to pay that dividend on the SPYs. So my account would be plus the $17,000, $18,000 that I had to pay to the dividend. And it's a little bit sketchy to me that they exercised me right on the day where the SPY dividend payments were due. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I think maybe Webull was up to some shenanigans here, and I don't like it. And I'm not going to promote a product or service where I think there's some sketchy shit going on behind the scenes. So what I did is I sold all my positions, I liquidated the account, and I moved all my money out of Webull. And I found a broker that I think is very comparable to Webull. They have better risk management platforms, and that is Moomoo. Moomoo, zero commission broker, very similar platform to Webull, and you can trade stocks, crypto, and if you sign up with my link in the description, you're going to get up to $15,000 in free stocks. So not only is it a comparable platform, but they have better risk management criteria, and they're offering a way better sign-up bonus, like double the sign-up bonus of Webull. So if you already have a Webull or a Robinhood account, why not get some free stocks and open a Moomoo account? The desktop platform is legit. You can see the charts are really good. The indicators are really good. And I'll probably be doing a separate video on how I use Moomoo. If we go look at the SPYs here, it is quick, it's fast, it doesn't lag, and the orders are very fast as well. You know, I understand the risks of trading options, and if you are trading options, take this as a learning lesson. You can get exercised at any time, and you need to keep an eye on your account. So I made some mistakes here in this situation by not watching my account like a hawk, but who does that when they're swing trading, right? Who's watching their account every day into the close? If I was, I could have exited this position and avoided paying the dividend fees, but I didn't, and I think it's just stupid that I was allowed to take a $1.5 million position into the close and get caught up in a situation like this. Webull should have immediately liquidated that account based on the assets that I had in the account, about $40K. But it's just mind-boggling how stupid a situation that Webull allowed this to evolve into. So I'm done with Webull. I'll no longer be using it. I'll be using Moomoo here, maybe doing some searching around for some other brokers as well. But I just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention because I love you. I know that I had promoted Webull in the past, and when I stop using a service that I have promoted, I'm going to tell you guys why I'm doing so and what service I will now be using. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, deuces.